guys, it's Jodi Sanford here with Simple Stories. We are here today with our August and Christmas feature. We are not in any rush for summer to end, but we also know that there is a lot of preparation that goes into Christmas, and we have 4 amazing new holiday collections that we have released us. A couple of them have already hit stores, and these next collections are going to be hitting stores within the next couple of weeks. And so we wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek into one of those collections and share with you a few ideas to kind of get you prepping for the holidays. So we'll be featuring our Simple Vintage Holly Jolly collection, and we're going to show you a mix of things that you can do to prep for the holidays. So just kind of showing you some of the supplies that we'll be using. Some basic shipping tags. I grabbed those because they're easy to work with. They already have their shape. Everything's done for you. You already have them prepped. So this is a way to make things really quick and easy. The other items we've kind of gathered, aside from our Holly Jolly embellishments and papers, we have a mix of trims that are coordinating, and then also some walnut ink. So we're going to start by just getting our tags ready, and I'm just spraying those with some walnut ink. You could do that with any colors that you have on hand, something you think would be fun, little paint drops, whatever your preference is. It's not really like a mixed media project. It's just kind of giving that vintage look to go along with our whole simple vintage vibe with the Holly Jolly collection. So I went ahead and sprayed those down, and I'm just setting them aside to dry. And now I'm just going to go through my 6x8 pad and kind of pick out some different patterns that are my favorites. This collection has so many amazing patterns in it. The plaids, the polka dots, just like the icons are so cute in this collection. So you can pretty much find anything that you is your preference and add those onto your tags. So like I said, I picked just basic shipping tags. That way they're easy to line up the paper. Rather than do an exact measurement, I just kind of start by getting it exactly where I want it and just making those little marks with my pencil. I do believe on this particular shipping tag, my cut was like right around 4 inches by 2 1/4 inch, roughly, maybe a little bit different from that, but just kind of measure out whatever size tag. So you could even make your tags directly from the 6x8 paper. I just kind of wanted to get that vintage look using that walnut ink. And then I went through and I picked out, honestly, every paper in this line is one of my favorites, but I just kind of picked out some different patterns that hit the traditional Christmas colors, as well as mixed up my patterns a little bit. And then I just lined them up and cut them out. You'll see in our post on the Scrapbook and Cards Today blog that we have a variety of other tags here, and I'm just kind of making up some new ones as I go for this video. But I think we're going to make like 4 tags here and then show you kind of a topper for the little sacks and it's like gift toppers. So the whole concept behind this is personalizing Christmas without having it be way too stressful or having it be too crazy. So we thought this would be such a fun thing to do. Even though it is summer still, it's just a fun way to utilize the product that you are probably going to be snatching up pretty soon, and kind of get yourself ahead and making something personalized, but something that really doesn't take very long to create. So we're going to finish all these tags and show you a few other ideas as well, all in the 20 minutes of this video. So that's how quick you can make things that really do add that cute touch to your gifts. Whether you're just going to drop it on top of, hook it onto a gift sack, or put it on top of a present, whatever it is. So you're just going to take your shipping tags, and we literally just cut out that paper. And I love getting a wide mix because there's so many icon options in the embellishments that you're going to be able to make tags all day if you wanted to. So just go ahead and add all of your pre-cut papers right to the front of your tags. I like to just make mine centered. Obviously the tops, I don't want to have to deal with punching the hole and everything, so we're just dropping those on there. And then I just pulled this tag off here for you to kind of see what I had already created in advance. And then now I'm going to end up kind of mixing things up just to show you how quick and easy it is to throw things together. So there's a bunch of different embellishment packs in this set. You have like bits and pieces, you have sentiment bits, you have layered bits, you have ephemera, and then I also pulled in Even rub-ons are awesome to put on these tags, and then brads or enamel dots. And then, like I said, we'll be using like some cute trims to really add a bunch of different textures to these. So for this part right here, I'm just kind of going through and picking out all of my favorite pieces that I think work really well for tags. I mean, obviously tags are a little bit smaller, so we're not talking about layouts where you're going to have huge embellishments. So I'm kind of just taking out some of my favorite icons and favorite pieces that I think will work well on tags. And honestly, this whole collection has just the cutest little icons. Like there's a whole mix of snowmen and reindeer and the Santa Claus. They're all these like a bit vintage look, but the colors in the line also have like an amazing retro look to them. So between the mix of vintage, retro, and traditional, I really think it's probably one of my favorite Christmas lines. So anyway, so this is some of our layered bits, and what I wanted to point out on these is how easy the layered bits make everything for designing, because they look like you've already created layers. They look like you've blended things together, but it's already done for you. So you're really just pulling it out of the package and you're able to use it right on your project. And it already looks like you've done layering and have a little bit more dimension to it. So now that I've kind of picked out a lot of my kind of favorite pieces, I'll just grab a tag and I'm just going to start adding my embellishments to it one by one. So we pulled that cute little Santa there, and I love the sentiment bits and some of the bits and pieces. All of those little packets have different labels on them. So like that one says for, and then it says, you know, wishing blank a happy holiday. So you can add in names, makes it really cute for gifting. Another really fun thing about this collection, and a lot of our more recent collections in our 6x8 pad, we've actually started adding the cute tag elements into the 6x8 paper. So you're getting these adorable little mini tags. And sorry, my video is kind of cutting off a little bit there, but that's the tags paper. And we are, I'm just cutting out some of my favorite tags on there. That's all from the 6x8 paper. So they're mini, which makes them perfect for layering on top of these larger shipping tags. So now I'm just kind of trimming down those tags and cutting out the white space. And then I'll just grab my favorite ones. I haven't decided which ones I'm going to use yet. So I'm just kind of cutting out some of my favorites that seem to make a good layering piece for gift tags. Once I cut all the tabs and kind of get everything all the white edges trimmed off and trimmed up to look nice, I'll just go ahead and punch all the holes in them. Again, I don't know for sure which ones I'm going to use, but I'm just doing a little bit of the prep work. And the awesome thing about this is if you just do all the prep work, then you can just start layering, which again is kind of why I went through all the embellishments, picked out some of my favorites in advance, the ones that I thought would look good on a smaller scale project. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start adding some of those. And honestly, so many of them could work. So there's really not a wrong answer for these, which is perfect because doing anything, using the pattern papers and using all of the elements from them is awesome because they all coordinate and you don't have to worry that they're not going to match. So I just picked those few tags out of there and layered them onto my tags, and now I'm just kind of taking some of those other pieces that I had already selected out of my packets, and now I'm just adding the details to them. I really love dimensional adhesive. I'm definitely more of a lifted up kind of a scrapbooker. I don't think it's a necessity here. I mean, these are gift tags, so you don't have to do anything too crazy. But I just think it adds a lot of dimension to it. And then by adding just kind of some fun trims, really adds that texture into your gift. And again, I know I already said it, but I love the fact that sometimes we want to do things and make them personalized, but yet it's really hard to find the time to do that. And I think doing something like this makes a perfect custom gift that you put the time and energy into, but it's something that was manageable as far as how time consuming it is. So for the ribbon, I actually just looped that through one time and stapled it closed. That was a thicker ribbon, so it's a little bit harder to tie a knot without ripping through my tag. So I love to just use my little mini stapler on those. So we've already finished that tag. We'll probably go back and add, I'll go back after and add some either enamel dots or decorative brads to that. So now I'm going to add that Santa on there, again, using a dimensional adhesive, and anything that's hanging over the edge, just make sure you don't add adhesive to it because then it's going to get stuck, but add your adhesive on there. And all of them are not going to have a label that necessarily has space for a name. Like this one, I'm just going to add really the basics onto it. And then that way I figured I can write a little note on the back or just write the to and from on the back, but they still get that decorative look on the design. I don't know. I mean, how many of you guys love, I would just love to get a cute little gift with this handmade item on it. It just kind of adds that little touch of caring to it. So I'm all about that for the holidays. So whoever's watching this video, if you know me, you might end up seeing one of these tags pop up on your gift this year. Okay, like I said, I just found a variety of ribbons that I had on hand, ribbons and trims, like whenever I'm out and about, especially like at vintage stores or even just Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I'll always go swing by the ribbon aisle and just see if there's anything unique. I have all my basics like stripes and ginghams and stuff, but sometimes it's fun to find some different ones here. This one's kind of like a Chanel rickrack, and it has a little gold trim on the edge. It's so pretty, and it matches this collection perfectly because it's kind of got that cream tone, and then of course the little metallic accents really make it stand out. So here I just kind of on those ones added those decorative brads and a couple enamel dots to kind of highlight around the nooks of the embellishments. And for this tag, I'm doing something similar to the one that I had pre-made. So I'm adding that Santa Claus tag from the tag sheet to the shipping tag. And I'm going to do a double bow on this one because I sometimes think that's fun. And you can mix your colors here. I'm just doing them the same. But it's just a matter of taking your twine, cutting two pieces the same exact length, and then just tying your bow. And then you kind of get a little bit more of a full look for your tags. I mean, it's kind of silly, but they look a little bit more elegant and a little more, I don't know, ritzy, I guess maybe that's the right word, by adding a double bow instead of just a single bow, especially when it's the baker's twine. So now we're just going to go ahead and finish off this one by adding a little bit of detail with our embellishments. I like this one, I wanted to put that red on there, but there's so much red in Santa's head. I'm like, oh, I love that black on there next to that black and white polka dot. And there's quite a few of these cute little clips, little clipboard accents that are just flat, but they look so dimensional on the page. So it's kind of fun. It looks like you've got a little clip that you're clipping on there. And you know, as I was making these, what would be really cute with this too is if you made a little pocket for a gift card. And you could do that with the sacks that we're going to show you later too, but putting that little clipboard tab over the top of where you're going to slide in maybe a gift card would be super cute. So okay, we're on to our last tag. So we're making 4 tags here pretty quick. Obviously the video's a little bit sped up, so it might take you a little bit longer, but overall the general idea is that you're going to be able to put out a bunch of tags within, say, an hour's time, and then you've just personalized multiple gifts just with the tags. So for this tag, I actually took another of the 6x8 paper tags, and I'm using that to loop through with the shipping tag. And then I'm taking one of those layered bits that I was talking about earlier that's already got the layers on there for you. It's got a cute little label. You can add their name to it, add a little thought, whatever you want to add on there. And this is so cute because it's already been done for you. It's literally one piece. You're going to stick it down and you've got this whole dimensional looking embellishment on there. So we finished that one, and for that one I'm just going to leave the string that came with that tag on there. Next I'm going to show you this cute, I just took a glassine bag. We have craft bags, there's craft bags, there's glassine bags, there's pattern bags. You could find kind of like a whole mix. So whatever you decide you like. And then I'm just going to take some of the paper that, some of it I already pre-cut because I used it on the shipping tag before. And then other ones I'm going to pull out of the book to kind of get a mix out of there. But we're just going back to the 6x8 paper pad. And with these, I'm really just looking for a mix of pattern for texture. So I love like the two different, the gingham, and then you have the plaid, and then you have the cute Santa icons on there. I also love adding decorative borders. So whether it's scissors or a border punch, it's fun to add a little bit of texture or the border on there because it does add texture to the look. And you'll see it in the photos on the post that we made. I didn't actually do it in the video, but I did take, and I don't know if people still have these or if they're still a popular item, but I'm really old to scrapbooking, and I have one of those old paper crimpers, and I ran a couple of my pieces of paper through the paper crimper because I thought that would be kind of fun to add a little bit of texture and dimension to the projects, and it really did. It was really fun to put those on there. It's not super noticeable, but it's noticeable enough that you can tell that the paper was crimped. So anyway, when I went to cut these, I honestly just kind of laid them out in different sizes and dimensions so that the bottom one was the longest, and then the next layer a little bit longer or a little bit shorter than that one, and then the next layer a little bit shorter than that one, and then I offset them from each other. You don't have to hook them together. I do like to just add just a little dab of adhesive behind each one, just because it helps me keep the look in place that I'm going for, because I like how that's all offset from each other. So I'm going to add just like a little dab of adhesive to the back of them. So on that top layer, again, we've got one of those cute layered bits, and this one's probably one of my favorites in the whole collection, that cute little bingo card with that adorable vintage reindeer. It's so cute. But that's one of the layered bits. And then I found, I went back into the packaging and found that number 25 to add to accent the top of that. So we've got multiple layers in this little setup. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add, like I said, a tiny dab of adhesive just to kind of hold those in place for myself. I also found that cute little December label, and I thought that would be cute to add right over the top of the 25. So we'll add that on there. I'm also adding some black and white baker's twine to my cute little clothespin. And when I just flipped that, that's another reason why it always comes in handy to kind of stick those things together so they don't go flying if you hit it. So we'll go ahead and add our bow on there and tie that up. And again, we're doing a double bow on here. I think it just adds a little bit more texture and, like I said, a little bit more of that ritzy look to the design when you have a couple different trims. And like I said, you can change, you could do a baker's twine with a nice ribbon, or you can do both baker's twine, or you can do different colors of baker's twine. So many options, and you'll see that we kind of mixed it up in our images. So now we'll go ahead and add that December onto the top of the baggie. And aren't these bags so cute? I mean, these are perfect for just like treats or a small gift card, like I said before, that you're just dropping in there. So again, this could be like a really inexpensive gift, but it looks so much better because you've decorated it and personalized it and made it handmade. So I love that about these, because they can be something that's like, hey, coworkers, you're bringing in bags of treats. And so this is another way to really decorate it and make it fun for them. So, on this last tag, I just wanted to show you one of the tags that I made with rub-ons. This in this set of rub-ons, they're always changing. So you never know what the design's going to be. So obviously it depends on the designer and what coordinates with the collection. But I thought this one was so fun. And you'll see that we did a couple different options with the rub-ons. But I just cut out my rub-ons, and I'm just going to add one right onto the tag there. And it looks so cute because you're dropping it onto that pre-sprayed background that already looks vintage, and then now you're adding that kind of scuffed vintage rub-on look right onto the tag. And the rub-ons are so easy to use. They come right off. I went a little overboard here. I'm even shaking the camera because I really wanted to make sure it would peel off good, but it peels right off so easily. And then if you find there's a spot that you missed, just kind of go back over it really quick. Make sure you can pull the whole thing off, and then you have a cute little tag. So I'm still going to add a couple like small elements to this just for fun. But honestly, you probably wouldn't even have to add anything to that. You could just use the rub-on and maybe add some fun trim to it. So many fun things that you can do with these. And like I said, you really can whip these out super quick and still end up with a gorgeous, personalized custom gift for someone. Just to kind of show them that you were able to put the time and effort into it, but yet you got to manage your time wisely. And so I think this is a really fun way of doing it. Like I said, I know it's not Christmas yet. I personally love summer, so I don't want it to end, but I also know that Christmas is going to be here. Literally, it'll feel like it's tomorrow. So it's always good to kind of get going on these. Plus, it's really good to get into your stores and pick up this product before it sells out, because there's going to be a lot of items that are super trendy and popular, and this collection I think is going to be one of them. I just love this one so much. So again, this is our Simple Vintage Holly Jolly collection, and the colors are traditional, retro, and vintage, so you kind of get everything all in one with this collection. So we'll finish off this last little tag by adding some of those decorative brads. And for this one, I'm going to do green baker's twine. So this one's just like a solid baker's twine, doing a double bow again to finish off this look. And you guys, I think these are so cute, and I hope that you'll give it a try. I hope you've had a lot of fun making these and joining along. Comment with any questions or give us a holler if you have any questions about the collection or these projects. I'm so glad to be here today. Thanks for joining me. I had a lot of fun. And like I said, holler if you have any questions or tell us what you make. Thanks, guys.